Okay, good evening, everyone. Okay, this week is week number 16. Okay, this week is week number 16. Today is 14th of April, 2025. It is around 8:05 p.m. All right. So as you already know, right, for this period, the US market will open in Singapore time 9:30 p.m. instead of normal 10:30 because of their daylight saving time. So we have a bit earlier market opening. Okay, so please be aware of that. Currently, Singapore time is around like 8:06. Okay, so what do we have for this week? Okay, we do not have so much news today, as of today, Monday, right? But we will be having quite a lot of items along the way until to the end of the week. All right, as you can see here, we will be having a Powell will be speaking. We also have other currency items such as like a Canadian rate decision on Wednesday, right? We also have Aussie items on Thursday. We also will be having a Euro rate decision on Euro rate decision on the Thursday as well. So Wednesday, Thursday is going to be very important. All right. And Friday is Good Friday. So market will be pretty much holiday. All right. So this week is a little bit of the short week. All right. And so to summarize, we do not have so much news on today, right? Today, not really. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will be very heavy in my opinion, especially Wednesday and Thursday. All right. So please keep in your mind, don't go all in and don't go and fight too much with the market on today because whatever market move today might not be real move for this week. Okay, please keep that in mind. For example, let's say the market go up a lot. If you happen to have a short position, you keep on like fighting against the market. Then after then, 2 days later, market will go in your favor. So please be careful please be careful on this kind of market move. All right. So this is what the news that we have. I repeat, we have a poor speech, and we have a Canadian rate decision, and we also have a Euro rate decision. Okay, so please be aware of that. All right. So let's really start it out on what really happened on last week. All right. Basically, last 2 weeks to be precise, because of the tariff, right? All of a sudden, the Trump announced a big tariff on all the country, and after a while, he take back his words. Then he keep on like provoking China, and China do the tariff back, all this kind of back and forth, right? So something really happened, all right? Of course, these are the news, right? But something really happened in terms of the market, all right? So please, let me show you. So what you can see is that this is basically they are the US bond market, the year prices. So you see, out of sudden, the US bond year have really spiked up. All right. So basically, what is mean it in general term is that when a particular country, all right, when a particular country the yields really pick up, right? What really happened is that you see all these yield, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, all really go into the really on the up move. So basically, what it means is that when the yield spiking up the particular country, for this case, America, right? So everybody or somebody that holding the very significant amount of that country, the bond, right? Either a country or party, doesn't matter. Somebody is really dumping their country bond holding. So it caused the bond price to go a lot lower, and as the bond price go lower, and it end up the bond yield go higher. So that is what really happened. So what does it really impact on the market? All right. So normally when the bond price are really like in a way, right? When the bond price are really going up, right? And we have when the bond price are really going up, we will have a little bit of problem in the stock market. So for example, just give a two instance. When the bond price previously was rising, you see it followed by the kind of like a minor pullback. And also same thing, you see the bond price was rising, is followed by the minor pullback on the stock market. All right. So it doesn't happen like a 100% correlation all the time, but this is what the normally market will occur. So whenever the country, especially US, the bond yields are rising too much and too fast, of course, the stock market of that particular country were likely to fall lower. All right. So that's the reason why you can see the US, we have a very big, all right, very big drop in the US stock market over the last 2 weeks. All right. You can see you have a very big drop on the actually on the last week. All right. So I mean, anyway, this is already over, but you can see that it is that there's sort of like correlation. Okay, I hope you got my point. So going forward, we still need to see. All right. Apparently, you see the bond price a little bit making a pullback. I mean, a bit of generally in the like they are making a pullback right now. So better, it is better for this bond yield to really go back down. Only then the market will start to recover. All right. So please be aware of that. So the one of the major things that of course one thing led to another, tariff, very a lot of uncertainty, the bond yield really spike up. And really that caused the market to really go jump off the cliff. Okay, so there is a fundamental behind the market, market why the market was dropping. Okay, I mean people can say tariff, but I mean something is really causing tariff is causing something else as well. Okay, in reality, the bond market is basically the world biggest market in the world actually, even bigger than the forex market. Okay, so please be aware of that. Okay, so this is our number one. All right, so let's go through our little bit of technical analysis. Then I will show you what are the one that I'm looking. All right, so let's start with the British pound. So you can see the British pound is we are on the pretty nice bullish move. All right, bullish move. So far we haven't really seen anything to be bearish just yet. Okay, so the only thing that I want you to sort of like watch closely is I want to see around 1.32 region very closely, 1.32 and 1.326 region. Okay, the reason being because these level, normally they are the resistance level. So if there's any, I mean, if there's any pullback, will it be any pullback from there or not? Okay, so if you really want to try to short this market, I mean, not now because you can see there's a bullish candle all the way, right? So we better wait for some bearish candle to show up before we short it down. Okay, so far, since there's no bearish candle appearing, I will say market will likely to at least drift higher to this region, in my opinion. That's the reason why I'm slightly bullish or a little bit neutral and slightly bullish at this moment. Okay, nowhere to be bearish yet. All right, I mean, will it bearish on Wednesday or not? We need to wait. Okay. All right, another one is Euro. Euro also pretty quite similar. All right, but Euro is also, I mean, roughly the same. Okay, let me show you. Hang on. Um, okay. All right, you can see that Euro, we have a lot of volumes are coming in around this region. So there's a lot of fighting going on here. So we need to see how the market really behaves soon. But as of right now, are we seeing any bearish candle? So far, no at all. So I'm expecting we can have some sort of like a market can easily can go to there first. So if you are a seller looking for a potential down move, definitely you should not be taking any sell position right now. Okay, because we are not seeing any bearish candle at all. Okay, so it's also same thing, slightly bullish. Okay. Okay, another one is Aussie. Okay, Aussie and New Zealand, in my opinion, they are actually better. All right, so Aussie, I'm pretty bullish as well. All right, let me show you. Okay, so Aussie also very pretty much in my opinion is very bullish as well. So I think market will likely to I think they will likely to drift to this region in my opinion. So before we talk about any bearish or whatever, I think the market will likely to go 0.637 this kind of level first. So I think the up move is still possible. Okay, so there's one example I want to show you. You see how come the trading can be so difficult? Because you see, for example, Aussie the market was just doing a ranging, right? Then all of a sudden, market have a very big pull to the downside. So whoever expect the market will go up higher, I mean, they put the stop loss here, they put the stop loss here, they put the stop loss either here, right? One of them. They expect the market to go low higher. Let's say scenario number one, sorry, first stage. Put this, let's say first stage. In first stage, people think that market will likely to go up, so they long and they put the stop loss respectively here. Then what happened? They bring the market down all the way down, and all those people that who buy, all of them are one way or another, they are stopped out already. All right. Then, then what happened? And after a while, then the people think, okay, market is going down already, right? Very bearish kind of. So what they do, they put their sell order. You see? So now after a few days, they put the sell order, and what happened now? Market really go back up already. So you see, the first stage buyer also gone. The second stage buyer also, seller also now they are already trapped in the market with the market going up higher. Most likely their sell position are somewhere here. You got my point here. So this is how the market move all the time. They want to make sure majority of the trader are not in the market, not in the move when the market is moving. So to summarize this whole down and up move actually is nothing, right? They basically is nothing. So now we are back to back to this range level only. So you see, this move is nothing but a very I would say it's a very bad stock hunt move. Okay, so I think going forward, I think market will likely to drift to the high side in my opinion. I don't really think market will go all the way down again. All right, so they have already done so. All right, they have already, I think those smart money already loaded their position in my opinion. So I think the market will likely to drift to the high side in my opinion. Okay, so um Aussie is likely to go up higher. Okay, and also New Zealand. All right. Okay. If you are watching this and if you think it is useful to you, please do me a favor, share it in your Facebook. All right, so that all the like-minded trader can so-called watch and share the share the idea. Okay. So New Zealand also same thing. All right, I'm expecting market to go a lot higher. You see, same thing also. New Zealand, what they do is they just make a very widening, typical widening pattern. You see, whoever short, they put the high get higher and they stop out all the short. And whoever buy, they move the market lower to stop out all the buyer also. So sell also stop out and buy also stop out. This is how the market move. Okay, they just want to make sure before they really go in one direction, they just want to make sure they whip out everybody first. Okay, so this is how the market is. So I think going forward, very likely market will be likely to be, I think, more going to the upside in my opinion. All right. So this on the all the pair against US dollars. So just a quick recap. We have GU, we have EU, we have AU, and we have NU. Of course, the first two is one pair and the second two is one pair, right? So I think among them, this second pair is a very nicely bullish one in my opinion. Okay, so if you want to long on against US dollar, I think if you may want to look into the second pair AU and NU will be the better choice. Okay, I mean, of course, I can be right, I can be wrong, but this is my understanding on the current market condition right now. Okay, so this is on that. Okay, let's talk about gold. Okay. Okay, gold is a little bit different because sometimes gold can be viewed as the so-called the inflation hedge, and when there's an uncertainty, people were likely to go into gold, this kind of stuff. So gold is something like a recession hedge, also can be considered in that manner. So since the tariff are not so that like after I mean tariff first few days tariff look scary, but now like everybody too used to it already. So I think gold might be like maybe not really ready for an immediate pull up, in my opinion. So instead of chasing gold on the upside, what I think what we should really doing right now is that I think we should let the market go lower a little bit for the support level. So what support level are we talking about? I think the gold better place for you to look for a potential buy is somewhere around here, and another somewhere that you should look for a potential gold is somewhere around here as well. So immediately, I'm not so eager to buy gold at this moment. Probably because of I think maybe a little bit too expensive in my opinion. If you want to buy, maybe you can take a look here, and another one that you look for is somewhere around here. All right, so gold and silver is something a little bit similar, especially gold. All right, one of the reason because the market may not be, all the way go all the way just like that. Maybe they will do a bit of pullback, something like that. So gold, I'm waiting for some pullback to occur. All right. The first one is somewhere around here, which is this sort of like a control level, which is somewhere around 3120 level. All right. So another level that you can look for a very nice gold bounce is around also 2950 level. All right. So a little bit try not to be so active on gold long side in my opinion. Okay. If you want to buy small amount and you need to see first. Don't go all in, because the moment you go all in, if the gold really pull back, you will be in a very big drawdown. Okay, so I think wait and buy will be the better choice. Okay, silver also a bit more or less the same. Okay, hang on. And before we talk about US market, I want to show you something here. Let me see. Let me see. Where is this? Okay. I want to talk about this guy. All right. This is one of the parameters for me to, take a look, talking about the so-called like a fundamental. All right. So this, I have two data point that I look at. That this purple one is number one. This black one is number two. And this candle is basically is a Dow Jones US market, right? So you can see we have this purple line flow. The flow market is actually, the flow meter is really dropping actually for quite some time already. Right, you can see it's dropping for quite some time already. So it is really coincide with the market drop actually. All right, market drop, and also quite, it's also on the same side. We have a big drop on the line number two, and also we have a bigger drop on the later part here. So okay, so anyway, this already happened, right? So what is next? So you can see that we have we have we have a so-called the flow number one. Okay, we have three items. Later I will show you number three. Number one is actually recovering. So that's to show that there is some potential bullishness on the market. And also this flow number two, also recovering. All right. So we can say that the market is a little bit, I think the bottom is potentially in ready. So unless they came back down, as long as they keep on rising, I think market will likely to recover in my opinion. Okay. So this is the data one and data two. Okay, let me show you data three. Okay, data three is this one. All right, data three is this one. It's also same thing. This line is so-called the data tree, and this pin bar, all these guys is a Dow Jones. All right, so same thing here. We have a very big sell down as the market go down lower, and you see now they are really recovering this data tree. And you can see the stock market also a little bit recovering. So it is trying to tell me that one and two and three tell me that I think the worst is a little bit over in my opinion. All right. So stock market will likely to recover from here. Okay, so if you have a lot of short position, I think it's maybe a good time for you to take some profit. Okay, I don't think this is the so-called what we call it market crash. I don't think so. Okay, the stress on the market for sure. All right, we are seeing some stress on the market, all this kind of stuff, but crash, I don't think so. All right, we will be having a crash somewhere around, I think 2025, the end of 2025, or somewhere in 2026. I think now, not yet. Okay, so that's my idea. So I'm expecting market to a little bit recover from here in my opinion. Okay, so shorting on the stock market now is, I don't really suggest so. Okay, so I think we are very clear on this. Okay, I already show you with the three data point that I'm looking at. Okay, so and the last but not least, let's talk about I need to talk to you one more thing. All right. Okay. So what do I expect? What kind of market to go do well in this kind of environment? Okay, I'm expecting, for example, like some commodity. All right, for example, like this guy, is a crude oil. Okay, I think the bottom also is kind of in ready in my opinion. Market they move this to actually is to whip out a lot of buyer actually. All right, so I think the bottom is more or less in. So from there, I think we're gonna have into the uptrend. Okay, of course, I cannot predict. Okay, nobody can predict the market will go like this or market will go like this. Nobody can predict. But from here, we will be having let's say we got point for scenario one, scenario two. We have a scenario three to the downside. I think one and two is highly possible. Okay, so I can only talk about the potential direction. We cannot really do a timing on the very like accurate manner. We can do our guess, but it won't be correct all the time. All right. So we try to get it right on the direction first. Okay, timing later. All right. So I think this crude oil will likely to go up higher because of some commodity are going to go up higher. All right. So for example, like this WTI is pretty bullish in my opinion. Another one that I'm looking at is a wheat, right? So I have some buying position already as well. So I expect market to bounce and go back up soon really in my opinion. So this one just a minor bounce in my opinion, likely to go up higher. So I'll be monitoring closely on them. All right. I have a position on them by the way. Okay. And last but not least, let's talk about BTC. All right. BTC, we will talk in this. Hang on. There we go. All right. So BTC. Okay, BTC, I have already write about it in our in my I would like to do like every 2 or 3 day one time. All right, because sometimes I don't want to write all the time because they are, I mean, nothing really changed immediately, right? So they are still valid. That's why no point repeating over and over every day, right? So I'm expecting Bitcoin also kind of bottom out really in my opinion. All right. You can see there's some bullish case scenario coming up. All right. The OI is picking up, right? CVD is at least they are on the bullish side. Okay. So what the CVD bullish side mean? Along the whole this period, right? Actually, there are more people are willing to pay at the higher price. Okay. So that means they immediately jump on the market and execute the market order. So that means like for example, right, the stock market or any market basically is basically it's an auction, right? It's an auction, right? So for example, like example, $3, $2. For example, like for example, $3 is $4, $5, right? So this is a $2, $1. So for example, currently is the market is at the $2.50. So there are people willing to give to buying at $3. That means they jump on the market to buy. If let's say market go up higher, they jump again to go out and buy at $4. Market go up higher, they jump again and buy at $5. So this every time they do a jump, the CBD go positive or negative. Okay, so this is what the CBD is for. Okay, so the CBD is getting more positive, mean of course they are getting more bullish lah. That means they are really trying to jump on the market. That means they have a conviction that market will likely to go up higher. And of course, the opposite is true. All right. When there's a negative thing going on, that means there are more people that thinking the market will go lower. All right. So now, as of right now, CVD positive is a little bit good thing. All right. We have a bullish case scenario and like the momentum will likely to continue go higher. All right. So I expect market to go up higher. All right. So Bitcoin is pretty bullish stay in my opinion. I mean, you don't have to be Bitcoin, you have other like some coins and stuff like that. I think they might do the same as well. I mean, except some coins, okay? Like for example, like today morning, right, this OM, I don't know what is this coin also, all of a sudden they rug pull. So, I mean, this one you need to be careful on this kind of coins, okay? But in general, normal coins, I think they were likely to do well in the near future, in my opinion. Okay, so let's see on this. And also you can use this Orient terminal, all right? And terminal to, you can see we use this, right? Tick to see which is in the, which is in the focus and stuff like that. And you can see on them as well. Okay, so just have a quick recap. This week we have a little bit of short week, all right, because the real market will really start to move only Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday will be the holiday, and I'm kind of feel that the market is kind of bottom out already. So we are not really in the downtrend or market crash. I think just a string in my opinion. So that means the market will likely to recover and go back up in the near future, in my opinion. Gold and silver, I think market is a little bit we call it overreacted in my opinion. So gold might do some kind of pullback. Gold might do some sort of pullback in my opinion. Don't really jump on gold immediately. All right. So just now I already explained to you where are the level that you can look into buying in. Okay. So guys, thank you very much. I hope you have understand and you can get some information from what I have done, what I have analyzed. All right. This is recorded. Okay. If you're watching in the YouTube, yeah, you can do it. You can write a comment there, and I do read all the comments. All right. So yeah, you can give me a like, subscribe. Yeah, just do your best. All right. Do what you can for me. All right. So guys, thank you very much and all the best for this week. Okay, so let's make money together. Okay, bye bye. Thank you very much.